A new Polish law, the Electronic Communications Law, is supposed to give as many as 10 different services access to data from our conversations, from our instant messages. What is this supposed to look like in practice? And why is the government, which has talked so much about surveillance and accused its political opponents of doing it? Donald Tusk's government today intends to survey our cell phones. How far will this go? Today I'm taking a closer look.
Donald Tusk?
Donald Tusk would submit such a bill to the Polish parliament? This is impossible. And Szymon Hołownia? If he saw this, I think he would cry. This is truly unbelievable. The services will be able to eavesdrop, and this is under the rule of the Civic Coalition, which even today questioned witnesses at the Commission of Inquiry on alleged unauthorised surveillance with the Pegasus system. The course of the hearing is recorded with audio and video recording equipment. Now a parliamentary emergency subcommittee will take up a draft electronic communications law. The draft is expected to bring Polish legislation in line, belatedly, with the European Electronic Communications Code. Does this mean surveillance on an unprecedented scale? The regulations are changing in such a way that it is already 100% certain that the services will be able to track the location to the full extent. Until now, sometimes operators have denied such information. This shows that such data, which Law and Justice was under attack for collecting, at least in connection with the Pegasus system case, will now be the order of the day, as the law will allow such information to be obtained even without court approval. The Telecommunications Law was passed in 2004. In 20 years, technology has, to put it mildly, moved forward strongly. Regulations have not kept up with it. Will the Telecommunications Law now expose the instant messaging services we use every day on a golden platter? This is being monitored by, among others, the Panoptykon Foundation, which specialises in data protection and privacy. It's not even about privacy per se, but that we need to be aware that anyone can become the object of the service's interest. If one sits next to the wrong person on a bus or contacts a journalist who is the object of the service's interest, one can easily end up at a fork in the road. The new regulations say that operators will be required to transmit the aforementioned electronic messages to selected services. Their number will actually increase to 10. Who will have access to the data? The police, the Internal Surveillance Bureau, the Border Guard, the Prison Service, the State Protection Service, the Internal Security Agency, the Military Counterintelligence Service, the Military Police, the Central Anti-Corruption Bureau, and the National Tax Administration. And what specific data will be transferred? What's new is the exact location, as mentioned in one of the articles of the proposed law. What data will the services get? According to the law, the services will be able to check any electronic communication, that is, for example, the content of messages sent and received, phone calls or websites visited. What the opposition did in the Pegasus case, making a fuss, was purely to make political capital. According to a recent ruling of the Court of Justice of the European Union, it is against EU law to give any data to the services. In Poland we have, and not only since today, a problem with insufficient control over the special services. This was confirmed at least recently by the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. In parallel with the expansion of powers, there should be an institution that not only, like a court at a chosen moment, but at any moment, could enter and check whether the services are violating the privacy of a Polish citizen. The same privacy that those in power have promised to guard. Edyta Hołdyńska, TV Republika.